Hey everyone, this is Lel Reddy from Abstract Music Lab, and I'm back here to the Sound Design channel today to recreate another DIVA preset from the Melodic House Academy. And you can listen to the preset over here. You can listen in context. Let me take the EQ out. You can find the MIDI and the preset both available here in the description below. Now let's turn on the EQ and let's turn on the kickstart also, and let's listen in context. Really important about this preset, you can see that it has a lot of velocity changes over here, and that will be really important in the sound as well. But now let's go into DIVA and let's listen to what we have in an initial preset. Let's disable the EQ8 and the kickstart. And let's get started with our tutorial. So we're going to choose a digital oscillator. We're going to start with a triangle and we're going to put this at 12. You can see that it sounds a bit higher at the moment. Now we're also choosing a feedback wave. So we're putting this to -12. And you can see that it creates a low end oscillator to it. But we're focusing this more on the oscillator 1. Now in the high pass filter, we're just going to go and select a pre, and we're going to put it a bit up. And this will filter a lot of the low end frequencies that we have in the sound. Now in addition to that, we're going over here and selecting a byte filter. We're going to put the cutoff almost all the way down. And you barely listen to the sound at the moment. And that's because we're going to automate this sound a lot with envelope 2. And now it's a bit too loud. And that's because we need to change a little bit of the envelope 2. So let's go to digital. We're going to pick the sustain and put it all the way down because this is a more plucky sound. We're going to also pick the attack and put it a bit up. It creates this boom, 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 boom kind of effect. And the decay is going to be a little bit smaller. But you can see that it has a lot of flickering in the sound, and I'm going to get rid of this with a lot of release. It helps a little bit, and we're also choosing the velocity over here. So this cutoff modulation is mainly going to be activated by notes with bigger velocity as well. Now, we also have to pick and choose the curve, and this softens up the curve of these digital oscillators. And while we're here, let's go to the envelope 1, which is the main envelope, and we're going to pick the sustain and put it all the way down as well. Decay a bit down. The release is going to go a lot up. And you can see that we got rid of that flickering sound that we had that was annoying us. Now, again, the velocity is going to go all the way up. So notes with higher velocity are not only more intense in the cutoff, but also more intense in the envelope as well. But if you listen to this, you can see that there's a little bit of release of each note getting on top of each other. And we don't want this. We want to go over here to the main mode, and we're going to choose the mono. And you can see that now no notes get on top of each other. But let's get back over here to our filter. We're going to also activate the keyboard tracking over here. So essentially notes that are higher in the keyboard are going to have higher cutoff as well. And we're also going to choose a little bit of peaking as well, which is essentially the resonance filter of this cutoff. Now, in addition to give a little bit more crunchiness into the sound, we're going to pick the FM and put it a bit up. You can see that it gives a little bit more crunch in the sound, and that's what this FM is for. Now, let's go over here into the tuning, LFO, amplifier, and everything. First, let's start with the amplifier and panning. In the amplifier and panning, we're going to select over here envelope 2, and in the volume mod, we're going to put it a bit down. So the envelope 2 is going to modulate this volume mod over there. And in addition to that, in the pan mod, we're going to select over there random, so a completely random pan mod, and this is going to be really drastic. And you can see the notes going left and right, left and right. But But now let's go to the ARP portion of it. We're gonna choose a clock of 1/16, and you're gonna choose ARP and third. Now 6 voices, and now we're gonna go into the tuning section of it. In the tuning section, we're gonna start by putting the glide 2 a little bit up. And the glide 2 is different from the main glide because this is gliding all the notes the same way and in the same tempo. But in the glide 2, we're starting to make the notes glide in different tempos as well. But also vibrato. And in the vibrato, we're gonna have to activate the LFO1. But you can see that the depth mod is all the way up. So essentially, we're not gonna listen to anything unless we put up the mod wheel all the way up. So to disable this, we're gonna put this depth mod all the way down. And we're gonna choose a sine random 1 second wave. We're gonna delay it a little bit. And we're also gonna increase a little bit of the rate as well. Leo, I can't listen to anything. Let's intensify the vibrato just so you can listen. And you see that it creates a little bit of vibrato. We're just not being that intense with this vibrato. And that's essentially it with this section over here. We're gonna go into the trimmers. We're gonna leave the detune amount as it is, and the voice drift, you're gonna just slightly go it up. And now in the voice detune, you're just gonna make it as random as you want. You can see that when I do this, it changes the sound a little bit. It's really subtle, but it does change it a little bit. Now we're gonna go also into the effects section because essentially that's what we need to do to make this sound as it is. We're gonna choose a delay over here. We're gonna start with it 100% over there. Volume in the center is gonna be 0, and on the sides is gonna be 14. But we don't want that much low end in it, so we're gonna increase the high pass. And we don't want the tempo in the center to be the same as in the left and the right. So the center is gonna be all the way down. The left is gonna be something like this. And the right, something like this. So really fast. Now the wow is gonna go a little bit up, and the wow essentially makes the delay a little bit more analog. And also the feedback is gonna go a lot up as well. And that's essentially it with a delay. Now we're gonna go into a plate reverb. And in the plate reverb, we're gonna pick the dry and put it a bit down. But we're also picking the wet and putting a lot down as well. Taking a little bit of diffusion. And making the sound damp a lot faster. The decay is also gonna go a bit smaller. And the size is gonna go a little bit up. And now if we activate the EQ8 and the kickstart, and that's it with this preset. I hope you liked the video, and if you liked it, you can hit the like button. If you loved it, you can subscribe to the channel. If you like the preset, you can check it over here in the description in the Melodic House Academy. You can see a bunch more other presets for DIVA over there as well. But I hope you liked the video, and I hope to see you soon in the next sound design channel video. This is Lelo Reddy from Abstract Music Lab signing off. Cheers.
Hi, this video is sponsored by us. If you like these tutorials and want to support the channel, please check out our website packed with online courses and professional sample packs. Also check our ready-to-use and club-tested Serum presets. You can browse by the genre and style you're looking for, or get the incredible deal with the full Serum preset bundle. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back to your tutorial.